Hi, welcome back to part 2 of lesson 2.2, solving equations with variables on both sides. Part 2 of lesson 2.2. I am on page 95 and I'm going to look at number 11. Okay, so let's solve this equation. So we're going to look for like terms on the same side first. So this has a g, this doesn't, so those are not alike. I cannot combine those. And on this side, this has a g and this doesn't, so I cannot combine these either. So now I'm going to look for like terms on opposite sides, variables on both sides. So I have a g over here and a g over here. So I need to get these two together. So let's move the smaller g over. So it's a positive. I'm going to do the inverse and write negative. I'm going to subtract it. So now 5.3g take away 2.3g is 3.0 or just 3g. And I'm going to bring down what's left. Okay, so now this is the only term that has a g. I have a 9 and a 15. These are regular numbers that I need to get together. Remember, I'm trying to get g by itself, so I need to get rid of the 3 and the 9. So let's do the 9. Inverse operation. Instead of adding 9, I'm going to subtract 9. Okay, so now since I'm running out of room right here, I'm going to move this over here. So I have 3g left over here. So I'm going to write 3g equals, and then 15 take away 9 is 6. So now instead of, now to get rid of the 3, instead of multiplying by 3, I'm going to do the inverse and divide both sides by 3. So g is 2. So now let's answer part B. I believe I solved it correctly and got g is 2. So now explain how we can check that what we found for g is correct. If your check does not work, does that mean your result is incorrect? Well, the way you can figure out if you are right, if I say g is 2, then let's plug in 2 into these g's up here in the problem and solve. So I have 5.3 next to g, so times 2 plus 9. And then I have 2.3 times 2 times g, which is 2, plus 15. So let's solve. 5.3 times 2 would be 10.6 plus 9 would be 19.6. Okay, so now 2.3 times 2 would be 4.6 plus 15 would be 19.6. So that is correct. So G is correct. Now, it says if your check does not work, does that mean that your result is incorrect? Well, if we had gotten to this point and we got two different things down here, that would mean that something isn't right. Either I got the wrong answer in the first place, or when I plugged it in, I accidentally solved it wrong. It just means something's wrong. You need to go back and check. Okay, let's take a look at number 12 right next to it. So we need to solve this equation. All right, so folks, here's my equal sign. Let's look for like terms that are the same on both sides first. So this is not the same. This does not have an x, so I cannot combine these. But over here, I have these two terms that have an x. So I need to combine these first. 5x take away 9x. 5x take away 9x is a negative 4x. 5 take away 9. So let's bring down what's left. 6 minus 6x. This would be the same as 5x plus a negative 9x. Still, it's negative 4. Okay, so now I have x's on opposite sides, and I need to get these two together. Again, if you have a choice, move the smaller one. Which is smaller, negative 6x or a negative 4x? The negative 6x is smaller, so instead of subtracting 6x, I'm going to add 6x. So opposites when I add equals 0, I have 6 equals. So now when I combine these two, the signs are different, so I have to actually subtract. A negative 4 plus 6 is actually a positive 2x. Okay, so now my like terms, again, I'm trying to get x by itself. I need to get rid of this 2 and this negative 2. So I'm going to move the negative 2 over because 6 and negative 2 are like terms. So the inverse of subtracting 2 would be adding 2. So opposites equal 0. I have 2x equals, and now these are just both positive, so 6 plus 2 is 8. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2 because 2 next to x means multiply, so I'm going to do the inverse and divide. 2 divided by 2 is 1x, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 would be my final answer for x. Okay, I want you to turn the page to page 96 up at the top. Let's take a look at this one. So let me zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole problem. Okay, so we have these two pictures. It says Veronica is choosing between two health clubs. After how many months will the total cost for each health club be the same? So health club Yoga Studio A needs to equal Yoga Studio B. When will these two yoga studios be the same? That's why I'm putting an equal sign in between, okay? So now I'm going to set up what Yoga Studio A is charging. So let's take a look at Yoga Studio A. So it's saying their membership, sorry about that, their membership fee is $22. And plus, you have to pay $24.50 per month. That's a monthly fee. So this is the one that's happening over and over again. This is the one that's going to get the X. See, your membership fee is just a one-time fee. So you just pay $22 one time. And then plus, you're going to pay $24.50 every month. That's why it gets a variable next to it, because it's happening over and over and over again. So let's bring down the equal sign. Let's look at what Yoga Studio B is charging. So Yoga Studio B charges $47 membership. That's just a one-time fee. And then every month, look, monthly fee, you pay $18.25x. So again, whatever happens over and over and over again is what gets the variable. So again, you pay $47, that's a one-time fee, plus it said $18.25 per month. Every month that happens over and over again. So that one gets the X. Okay, so move this, and then let's solve this. Okay, so now here's my equal sign. I'm looking for like terms on the same side. That does not have an X, so I cannot combine those. And this one does not have an X, so I cannot combine those. So now I'm going to look for like terms on opposite sides. I've got these two X's that I need to get together. Let's move the smaller one. So instead of adding 18.25x, I'm going to subtract it. Okay, so opposites cancel out. I have 47 left here, and I have 22 here, and now let's subtract. 24.50 take away 18.25 is positive 6.25x. So that's how many x's I have left after I subtract those. So now my like terms are 22 and 47. Look, I'm trying to get x by itself, so I need to get rid of the 22 and the 6.25. Let's move the 22. That's a positive. I'm going to write negative. Moving it to the opposite side. So I have 6.25x equals, and then 47 take away 22 is 25. Okay, so now to get this x by itself, instead of multiplying like that says, I'm going to divide both sides by 6.25. So this is 25 divided by 6.25. So when you plug that into your calculator, you get 4. Now let's see what that means. Look. After how many months will the total cost for each health club be the same? Well, after 4 months. So if you know you're going to go to a yoga studio for 4 months, that means you could pick either one of these and pay the same amount after 4 months. Okay, I hope that helps.